about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Jones. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this returnable for Hill. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Watch out now.
2 and now on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Pats, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Tua. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Slot man moves right. first down, and they go back to Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking to throw. Jones. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After 1, 7-0. Second and goal from the 1. Again, it's Harris, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Dolphins are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On play action, here's Tua. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now Hill to return it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him at a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones completes this one to Thornton. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. Now Jones, a final shot before break. Looking sideline, incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Tua. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Jones on 1st and 10. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Patriots 7.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Harris running straight ahead. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they throw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Okay.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They hand this off to Harris. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the... New England on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man, Thornton, down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Harris will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again. Here are the 4th. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tua. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Tua sets up to pass it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. On the right side, open is Gesicki. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go now. Cover 38. 10.
They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He completes it to Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now Jones. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And this one is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Ready. 23 rail.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Sanders' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's Jones. Going up top. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw is Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jones. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he will have a Patriots first down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Now Jones. His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.